Yeah, is that the same link that you were on, Danielle? Or you tried the other link? You lot.
I tried the other link and it said the host has another meeting in progress. So I came back here.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I just used the link which says people are in the other link. I came back here, so I try to do the same thing. Not sure what's going on. I guess I gotta make sure everybody know there's a new link for 2021, end of 21 going next year. Not my fault. Zoom makes you do it. I try to keep the same link so everybody, people don't have to worry about getting a new link every week.
Yeah.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us tonight.
I unmuted. I said, hey, and I'm like, oh, he can't hear.
Everybody. Danielle was having a full conversation with me earlier.
Going in.
Oh,
How you doing today?
I'm all right. Can't complain. Day at a time, brother.
Yes, sir.
Over here cleaning up. So what's going on with the meeting tonight?
I'm not even sure. It looks like people are joining the Rosie. Like people joining the old link that we had, but Zoom make us change the link because we had it for a whole year. Every year they expire a link, so we had a new link. People probably not reading the emails that we send out every week. And probably just probably clicking on the old link. You'll see them start rolling in a minute.
Right. All right. I'm here.
All right. Appreciate you being here.
Get this food.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
There we go.
And we were like, where's everybody going? What link are y'all using? Everybody's like going to another link. Hi, Rosie.
Hello. Tabitha stole my song, so I was gonna say, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Oh my God.
I guess you love your Friday.
Oh yeah. Nothing like it. It's a good thing.
I'm in here making a mess right now.
All right, what are you doing?
I was waiting on the meeting. I'm trying to put these light fixtures up.
Oh, in the new house?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Nice.
Hey, Nakosha.
Hi, Nakosha.
Hey, my mom should be getting on tonight.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
I was bragging about you all week, young lady.
You was?
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. You've been in the program less than a month and your credit score done shot up. You done paid all that debt off. We're proud of you over here.
Yes, it did. I'm excited.
I am so proud of you. You can make moves now.
Thank you so much, y'all.
You're welcome.
You are very welcome.
That's what we're here for.
Did she join? No, she didn't. Let me say something.
So,
like I said, my mom's. Yes.
Okay. I got a question for you. How many more cards you have? Am I recording it?
Yes, you are.
Too late now.
Okay, so
I'll mark it out. Go ahead.
Well, actually, I don't have any more cards. I just have 2 loans. I have the cons bill, and then I have the upgrade loan, and that's it.
Okay, got you. So that's what we're working on. So no more.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah, no more credit cards.
Okay. Nice job, Renee.
Yeah, it's good when you got, when people are coachable, it's easy.
Yeah. I need you to be my coach then.
She's no, but she does, she listens and she asks good questions, and so we make it happen that way. So she's good.
Oh, also, when Miss Renee was telling me to remove the addresses, she was like, yeah, call them call Experian like on Monday, call
Mm-hmm.
Equifax on Tuesday. I just called them all on the same day. And I got them all removed. Yeah, I had called them all on the same day, and I got the addresses removed.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Way to go, girls. Way to be
Actually, Fedor,
proactive.
that is awesome. I called them as well because I sent like 3 letters for myself out, 2 for other folks, and still nothing. So I finally called for myself, and they told me that they could not remove something off of my report. And I was like, why is that? I don't understand. And the girl couldn't give me a really good answer. And I said, well, can I talk to a supervisor? So she started to stutter. And then I said, I can do that, right? She said, well, yes. And I said, because I don't understand what you're telling me, that you can't remove that. And so anyway, the supervisor got on the phone, and I told her what the girl said. And then she goes, well, we're really not supposed to do this, that, and the other. And she said she wasn't going to do it. And then I got a letter in the mail, and it was removed.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, so since we talking, let me share what happened to me, guys. And I don't know if you want me to tell it for later, but I have a credit line with a clothing store, right? And I haven't used the line in quite a while because I'm just really trying to keep my revolving credit usage down. But you know how if you don't use it, they'll either close it or whatever. So I just try to charge small stuff that I can pay off. So, and this is something that I've learned here. Like I check my credit now, like almost every day. So I order something from the store, and I'm like, I go on to check my credit report, and it was a hard inquiry from the store, right? Because they offered me a $200 line increase on that line of credit. So I called them up, and I was like, well, I said, I see you did a hard pull on my credit, and I want to know why. And they was like, well, because you used the line, you activated the $200 for the line of credit that we offered you. I said, yeah, but I already have an account with you. So why did you do another hard inquiry? So they told me because I moved. And when I ordered this order, I sent it to my new address. And because they didn't have my new address, they pulled a hard inquiry. And I was like, well, no, you need to take that off because I'm the same person. So basically what ended up happening, they gave me 2 lines of credit for the same store. And I was like, I don't want 2 lines of credit. If you're going to give me the increase, great. But you're not going to do that. So they're actually taking off that hard inquiry.
Oh, nice.
And they're giving me they're still giving me the $200 line increase. But I just said that to say, like, it's important to really check your credit, because if I didn't check that would have been on there, and then I would have had 2 lines of credit for that store. And that's not what we want.
Yeah.
Is Brandon on the line?
Is Brandon on the line for real?
Oh,
Holy moly.
Stay up, y'all.
that was a surprise. Oh, Danielle, you kept that a secret. You did good.
Yeah, you did
Tell us
good.
what's coming.
Yeah, how y'all doing? What's going on?
Good.
Hey,
I'll
Brandon.
be struggling over there.
How's Germany?
it's
How's Germany?
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on? It's treating me pretty good. It's treating me pretty good.
I know you got, it was 3 o'clock in the morning over there, right?
Yeah, it's like almost 2 o'clock. So yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for blessing us.
coming
Oh,
on.
hey, I'm doing good, man. Good to see y'all. I'm glad everything's going good. It's good to hear y'all voice, and thank you guys for your prayers and everything. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man,
Yeah, it's
appreciate
great
you.
to see you. You
We
just
miss you, Brandon.
make sure you come back home.
That's right.
Hey, that's my plan. That's my plan.
All right, we'll keep your
All
wife
right.
company till you come back.
Okay,
Thank you. I
hold on.
appreciate it.
I think there's some people having a problem getting on because somebody just texted me and said they can't get on.
They're using an old link. They're not using the new link. Zoom expired that old link, so this is the new link for the whole year. So if they're using that old link, they can't get in.
All right. Let me resend it to her. That's HL and Woody trying to get on.
You want me to give it a few more minutes then?
Yes, please.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Well, while you doing that, anybody else got any good news they want to share with the group this week before we get moving on to what?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Well, we do.
Who is that?
This is John and Key.
Oh, hey, John. How are you today? I'm sorry.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. Thank you for asking.
That's good. Well, for one, my credit went up 21 points.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
And also, I've been I started my own business where I do like pressure washing, landscaping, and all that good stuff. And I was kind of nervous about putting it out there to the world, but I decided to do it anyway. So I made a post on Facebook and saying like, I'm in business now, you guys. So, and what happened was I had the guy who sold us our house, he contacted me, and now I got a contract job where I take care of 14 different properties. I got to cut the grass on.
What?
So,
Congratulations, man.
it's a blessing.
Oh,
And I also I got approved for a Lowe's card.
Nice.
the Lowe's business or the Lowe's personal?
Personal.
All right, make sure you ask for that credit line increase. That personal card goes up to 50K.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, wait, and don't forget about me. My credit score finally went up to another 15 points.
Okay, I'm sorry. he forgot about you. He's so excited. Hey, make sure a little free game when you make a post on Facebook to do a little bit of marketing advertisement. It says, is it a business Facebook or are you using it personal?
I have a business page, but I got to get in the habit of using it. But I put it on my personal page.
I was about to say, if you're using the business page, you can also do the boost. That boost business page allow you to meet more, reach more audience.
Okay.
Kelly's doing that now in his business. He uses it's like basically a Facebook marketing place. You can pay like $2 and it'll reach like 100 or 1,000 people a day. You know what I mean? So just a good tool to know about.
I got you.
All right, Danielle, I'm ready to get started. I'm
All
gonna put
righty.
this thing down for a minute. Rosie, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to
Alright.
share your screen? Yeah. Make
I'm
it
gonna share
shareable.
mine.
I was gonna share mine first and then pass it over to you.
There you go. Y'all let's
Awesome.
go.
All right. All righty. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All righty. Woo woo. It's Friday. Welcome to the Debt Whelping Program. All righty. Let's get started. So we are going to start with our Debt Weapon Program declaration. You all can unmute yourself and then repeat after me. All righty. This is my life.
This is my life.
Life.
I declare today my mindset has changed.
I declare today my mindset
is changed.
I am clear about my path.
I am clear about my
About
path.
my path.
I am debt-free.
I am
I
debt.
am debt-free.
I walk in the understanding of my finances.
I walk in
Walking
the
and understanding of
understanding
my
of finances.
finances.
I control my spending habits.
I
Control my spending habits.
I am not a consumer.
I am not
a consumer.
I am an investor.
I am an investor.
My money works for me.
My
money works for me.
Works for me.
All things are possible to me because I believe.
All things are possible because I believe.
Because I
Believe.
I am financially sexy.
I am
am
financially sexy.
And I won't give up.
And I won't give up.
Give up.
All right. All righty. Let's meet our debt weapon coaches. You have the lovely Rosie, and she is our debt weapon coach and our membership chair. You all can reach out to her at the email rosie@demaryfunding.com. We also have the beautiful Renee, who's also one of our lovely debt weapon coaches, who's getting our youngest member on the right path. Woo, woo. And her email is renee@demaryfunding.com. And then you have me, and my email is danielle@demaryfunding.com. So you all can reach out to us with our first name and @demaryfunding.com. And introducing to you our Debt Weapon Program founder and his support, who's teaching and creating a legacy. He is a husband, a father, and a mentor. He's a real estate investor. He has 29 properties, approximately 1.7 million in assets. He's an accredited investor. He's an acquisition manager of $40 million fund in Texas, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. He and his colleagues broker approximately 2.5 million a month. He's known as the mortgage note broker in the world of mortgage lending. He has 4 LLCs, and he's an consul of Velocity Banking, Credit Services, and Real Estate Investing. And that is none other than Sabor DeMary and his lovely wife, Joy DeMary. All right, so a little bit about what is Velocity Banking. Velocity Banking is a strategy that uses lines of credit to pay off debts faster than the traditional method. Velocity Banking can help you quickly become debt-free, as well as boost your credit score in the process. And Velocity Banking is the core of our program, and we utilize this strategy to pay off bad debts such as loans, notes, etc. And these are some of our lines of credits. You have your credit cards, your home equity line of credit, your personal line of credit, and your business lines of credit. Tonight's topic is, I declare today my mindset has changed. We will have our lovely debt weapon coach and membership chair, Rosie Jones-Clarke, presenting mental mindsets, and we will follow up with some discussion and our game with Sabor. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Rosie.
Thank you so much, Danielle. That was awesome. Come on, you guys, make some noise because Danielle did a great job.
Woo!
Oh, y'all gotta come better than that. Y'all gotta come better than that. Y'all gotta come better than that. Let's try that again. Everybody, unmute yourselves. Come on, that was Danielle's first time.
Yay, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
All right. So I wanted to start out tonight, and I really want to talk to everybody about our mind and what happens when we, first of all, think too long. But the first thing I want to start with is what motivates you. And I want you to use the chat tonight. And we don't do it a whole lot, but I want you to use the chat tonight. And I want you to put words in that will give us an idea about what motivates you. Come on, put some words in there.
My family, taking care of my family, being a man in my household.
Taking care of your family, being a man of your household. Come on, guys, put some words in the chat.
Freedom.
Freedom, family, time, love, honoring God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Peace. That motivates you. Buy back your time, Willie Locke said, whoever that is. Buy back some time. Financial independence and giving back.
Yeah.
Come on, is there any more? Anybody else got anything else?
Yeah, living life to my terms. That was too much to type.
Living life to your term. Freedom. Yes. Freedom. Freedom. Okay. Yeah. Residual income. Come on. Thanking God for this opportunity. Rochelle and Armando. Yes. Generational wealth. Come on. Somebody knows. So yeah. So think about it. The Latin word consistio it means to punch. drive, drive away, propel, eject, motivate. That's the word, that's the Latin for motivate, right? And sometimes it takes a lot to motivate us. But tonight I'm hearing that you guys have reasons to be motivated. These are some things that do motivate you to get up and to do the things that you're doing. But we declare on today, and we did it earlier, that we are not consumers, right? Come on, I can't hear you. You can unmute yourself if you have to, because it's pretty interactive tonight, right?
Yeah, we're not consumers, we're
You're
investors.
not consumer.
I'm an investor.
You're an investor, yes.
Yes.
And we want to use that power. There is power in your hands and in your minds now that you can turn your life situation around. And that is why we are here. A movement is a movement, and we need to all declare war on poverty. We need to declare war on being poor. All of those keywords that do not serve us, procrastination, poverty, being poor, let's declare war on that tonight. Come on.
Yes.
Come on, if you're with me.
Amen.
Make some noise, right? So if you are one of those people who can't find a reason to be motivated, right? You can't find motivation. You're not sure of what motivates you. I want you to think about these three things, three things that I have here. How many opportunities have you passed up over your lifetime?
Too many.
Look deeply into your life and consider what? What can you consider tonight? Put it in the chat or yell it out loud. I really don't care how you do it.
Yeah.
Well, look deeply into your life and consider what?
What I can do
if
better.
someone can't find motivation, what should they consider?
What I can do better.
What you can do better. What else tonight?
Find friends that are motivated, find friends that are motivated, that are doing things, and find out what they're doing.
Yes. Rochelle said,
accountability
go
partner
for it.
for sure.
Just go for it. Life is
Where do I go from here? Somebody said.
yes, yes.
Right? Consider, where do I go from here? What more can I do? Now I want you to take what you just said and I want you to flip that and I want you to think about what more can you do? What things can you begin doing right now at this very moment? Put it in the chat, shout it out loud, gotta hear you, drop some bombs on me now.
Educate yourself.
Turo, somebody said. Grow, grow, grow. Invest in myself. Educate yourself. What else?
Stay open-minded.
Stay open-minded. Discipline myself. Dig deeper.
Share my knowledge.
Share your knowledge. Yes.
Help others. Help others.
Others. Right? What more can you do? All of those things you could start to do right now. But what about tomorrow? What about tomorrow?
Somebody said visualize what I can't see.
Visualize.
That's good. That's
I
good.
like that. Visualize what you can't see. But what about tomorrow? I saw Danielle doing this. Come on, Danielle. What are you saying to us?
I'm saying don't wait for tomorrow when you can do it today.
Yeah, say it again. Y'all gotta make noise because this is exciting.
That's
Come on,
right.
what you say, Danielle?
I said, don't wait for tomorrow what you can do today. Tomorrow might not come. Come on,
It's not
somebody.
promised.
Right.
And I want you to think for a moment. If tomorrow does not come, what position do you leave your family in? What happens to those things that motivated you to help other people, to teach somebody, to show someone else the way? What happens to that if you die tomorrow? I don't hear any men. I hear a bunch of women, but I know we got some men on the call tonight. So gentlemen, please, what happens to your family tomorrow? I don't hear you.
Well, I know my family will be taken care of.
Your family would be taken care of.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody. Gentlemen,
Growth.
Growth. Your family will find growth.
Someone said they have to push forward, pass the collection
Somebody have
plate.
to pass the collection plate.
Truthfully, Rosie, I can't speak for tomorrow.
But you know that we have a new way, we have a new insurance policy now. Anybody know what that new insurance policy is called?
That weapon?
Nope. What's that new insurance policy called? It's a platform. Where folks
Velocity
start-
banking.
Huh?
Velocity banking.
Nope. It's a platform. Folks start asking for money. What is it called?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. That is a new insurance policy. Because people don't have life insurance or death insurance. And it has become the new policy. So they're asking everybody to chip in to help to bury my family member. But we are not going to be that way. Tomorrow is not promised. So we've got what? Today. So let's begin to use today. I have this little write-up that I saw. I was reading something and it says, I was going to post this tomorrow, but then I thought, well, I better do it today. Actually, this quote was submitted by somebody named Carl M. Keating last week. And the guy says, I kept putting it off until tomorrow and then tomorrow again, until tomorrow became today. Oh, well, think about the irony of that, right? And he says, so thank you, Carl, for submitting a quote. This is a good one. It's finally posted. Why? Because he kept putting it off. But how many tomorrows will become today and today becomes tomorrow? How many times will we go through life putting things off? Our wonderful mentor, Sabor, he said to me once, and it hit me really hard, just in a normal conversation, a normal voice. What I said to him in one of our meetings, I said, well, I'm not going to be like you, because I know as soon as he gets something in his hand, he tries to do it right then. He does it. And I said, well, I have my own system, basically, right? I don't do it right away. And he says, oh, I can't procrastinate. And that hit me. Oh, I hung up the phone later and that just kept ringing in my mind. I can't procrastinate. That means he does not have the ability. His mindset says, I do not have the ability to procrastinate. I've got to get it done now. My mind tells me do it now, because if I don't do it now, it may not get done tomorrow or an hour from now. So I can't procrastinate. How many of us have told ourselves that we can't procrastinate? That means I do not have the ability to do so. Put something in the chat and tell me, give me a number that'll tell me roughly how many times you think you procrastinate. Yeah, try counting it.
Oh,
Go ahead, try it. How many times have you procrastinated? Too many. LOL, too many times. Jesus, too many to count. Too many. Can't afford to, though. That's right. Can't afford to. I love that. Because every time we procrastinate, you are losing out on time and money. Think about that for a moment. If your mind tells you to do it tomorrow, start it tomorrow, whatever it is, tomorrow, you're losing time and money. We are. And it's no wonder that Sabor has all the money. It's no wonder that Sabor, right, has all the education around velocity banking and debt weapons, right? Why? It's because he said, I can't procrastinate. I must change my life. At some point in his life, he said, I will not procrastinate anymore. He began to do and make changes first in his mind. Malika said, procrastinate a whole lot. So I want you to think for a moment. Aaron Burr said, never do today what you can put off to tomorrow. I want your feedback on that one. Never do today what you can put off to tomorrow. What is he telling us?
Series with the 750 IL, and it had 300.
Was someone talking?
Oh.
What was he saying to us? Rochelle said, do not put off. Do not put off. What was he saying? Come on, guys, this is not just me tonight. What is he saying?
He's telling you to procrastinate in that statement.
That's exactly what he's telling you to do. And Aaron Burr was the vice president to Thomas Jefferson. He only served one term because Thomas Jefferson didn't like what? His attitude. That's right. His attitude towards life. And so when Thomas Jefferson ran a second term, he did not put Aaron Burr back on the ticket with him. Because Thomas Jefferson, Raquel said, be lazy. That's right, be lazy. Thomas Jefferson says, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. He said, listen, I got to rewrite that. Because what this guy is telling folks to do is not right. We've got to change the mindset of people. Because honestly, if you're running for office, would you want somebody to, on election day, to say they'll go vote tomorrow? No, you want them to vote today, that day, right? And so it's about going deep, getting into our minds and saying, this cannot go on any longer. I refuse to live in poverty. And for those of us who may think that because we have a good job, that we're not in poverty, lose that job and see how quickly you're in poverty. It doesn't take very long. And I don't care, you've got to have a whole lot of money saved because, you know, if we think about 2020 and what happened around 2020, in 2020, around COVID, people would have been really destitute if, in some ways, the government didn't step in, right? They would have been destitute. Raquel said facts. Yes. And so I want us to think about for a moment, what about your dreams? When you were a child, I want you to drop something in the chat or speak out loud about what was your dream as a child? What did you want to become? What did you want to do? Who did you think you were, or who did you want to be? An actress, family compound, be a singer. That's it. 3 people had something they wanted to be. And I keep seeing women. I don't know where our men are tonight. Whitney Houston, world traveler, still working on that dream. Yes, an NBA player. And guess what? Now I want you to tell me what happened to the dream. What happened to the dream? Singer, teacher, boxer, Supreme Court justice. Life happened, but I'm working on it. That's right, Rochelle, a world traveler. What happened to the dream, guys? Working on it, working on it. Speaking French, somebody wanted to speak French. Someone said, stop dreaming. Oh my God, still in progress, still working on it. Yes. Somehow, somewhere we gave up, life happens. Somebody stole it from us for some reason, didn't pursue it. That weapon will make it possible, Rochelle said. Fear happened. Yes. So something got in the way of those childhood dreams that said, stop dreaming. Just go to sleep. Don't worry about that. You'll never do that. Or so far off. Or you began to procrastinate. Something somewhere prevented us from doing the things that we truly wanted to do. But it was a mindset, because there are setbacks in everyone's life, right? But there are still folks who push forward. Remember, we talked about the meaning of motivate, to propel, to punch even. That means force, right? Motivate. There's got to be some force with it. But somewhere we lost that. Life does happen, but there are some folks who still come from rags and go to riches. Even people who live in the same household, you can find that someone is very, very poor while the other sibling became very wealthy, has a whole different mindset. It is all in the mind, what we can and what we cannot do. And if we allow our mind to take us where it truly wants to go, we'll be much better off. 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, I'm a pastor, so we can't get away from scriptures tonight. 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, it's like this.
We're going to church.
I'm going to take you all the way to church. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child, just as a child does, right? But when I became a man, an adult, my thoughts grew far beyond those of my childhood. And now I put away the childish thing. Why did I give this scripture? I gave this scripture because there are so many things in our lives that we are playing with. Like we played with our baby doll and our toys, and we did pretend play. We pretend as if we have money, so we use our credit card and we overutilize, and we keep going into those stores and we get into debt, and then we refuse to pay the folks. And our credit comes back. We're still playing like children. We're playing games, whether it's video or Scrabble or word games or I don't know, trouble, and trouble gets in your way. Because we're continuing to play games when we have become adults now, and it's now time to act like an adult, right? There are responsibilities that we must carry in order for our family to create the generational wealth that some of you put in the chat tonight. In order for us to move forward and become all that we desire to be, to do the things that we desire to do, to travel the world and to see, not struggle putting your kids into school and not have to depend on other folks, or living in a neighborhood that we truly don't want to live in because there's something inward that says we're greater than this. But yet we've got things that hold us and pull us and drag us down, and they're called television, games on your phones and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of these other things that consume so much of our time that we don't know that we're procrastinating and that we're putting on the back burner the things that matter the most, which is to take care of ourselves, to take care of our families, to grow, to prosper, and to be in good health, even as our souls prosper. Guess what? We've got everything in us. Everything that we need to do what we must do to accomplish this task of the debt weapon in the velocity program. You've got everything you need right inside of you. But there are a few things that we're going to have to do in order to do it. And that's first, change our mind. And then we've got to push forward. Even when we don't feel like it, we've got to make ourselves feel like it. Why? You got to do it as if your life depends upon it. Velocity banking is not just a system to correct your credit. Velocity banking and the debt weapons are tools to be used to change the trajectory of your life. Not just to pay off debts, but to change your life.
Exactly, Rochelle.
Rochelle said it's a way of life.
That's facts.
It's a lifestyle, Brandon said. Determination to live the life we desire. Yes. Proverbs 10:4 says, he who has a slack hand becomes what?
Poor.
Say it again.
Poor.
That's right. But the hand of the diligent makes what?
Rich.
Yes.
Each.
What type of hands do you have? Slack or diligent? Put it in the chat because I want you guys to say it because it's empowering when you begin to say slack hand. Wow, slack, somebody said. Not that they have it, they just thought about that. But they've got rich and diligent and rich. Mindset. Every time you think that your mind starts to tell you that you don't feel like doing something, make yourself feel like it. Get up, jump around, begin to say, no, I declare war. Am I having a slack hand today? I am going to do this thing. And do it like you mean it. Make a mark that day when you do it. The other scripture in Proverbs 20, say it again. Someone had something to say?
Nope.
Don't feel, just do it. Push through it and push hard. I rebuke laziness. Yes, I like that. Proverbs 20:4 says, the lazy man does not catch and roast his prey. What do you think that means? The lazy man does not catch and roast his prey. What is that?
If you don't work, you don't eat.
You don't eat.
That's right. Catch goes bad. Yes. Right. You could catch something, and if you don't roast it, guess what? Rochelle said it goes bad because it's just sitting there. You looking at it. Have you, ladies? I know we've done this. I know I have. I intended to cook, right? I take out some chicken or beef or whatever it is, and then I put it in the refrigerator. I go to work, and then I, come home, and it's like, I don't feel like cooking. I'm not gonna cook it. Hey, so I leave it in the refrigerator. Tomorrow happens, and it's like, Dad, I don't feel like cooking. Let's order some Chinese. And so that chicken still sits there. Now it's 2 days. By the time you get to that chicken, open it up, it's raunchy. Right? Because I was too lazy to cook that chicken. Didn't want to cook. So it's no good at that point, right? We miss opportunities because we don't move on them right away. So it says here, the lazy man does not catch and roast his prey, but the precious possession of a wise man is diligent because he recognizes opportunities and seizes them. Somebody says, stop telling my business. It's your business, girl. It's your business. Yes. But the precious possession of a wise man is diligent because he recognizes opportunities and seizes them. But I tell you, if you got your head down in your phone and you ain't reading a good book to keep your mind right and positive, if you don't have this phone in your hand and you're playing video games, I come to tell you that's a slack hand, that's a lazy man, because your life is not going to change. If you're sitting around with the remote control in your hand more than you are reading a new book, trying to learn something new about a business that you may want to start and to begin to do things to make your dreams come to fruition, then guess what? You've got a slack hand. It is time for us to rise up and be the champions that God has already called you to be. Now is the time. Why? Because success loves speed. Success loves speed. The quicker you get to your dreams, the longer you get to live and enjoy them. Y'all read that because I said it. It made me feel good. Y'all read it out loud and say it.
The quicker you get to
Your dreams, the longer you get to live and enjoy them.
But don't forget the first part. Go back.
Success loves speed.
That's right. What does that mean? The lazy man is sitting around. The slack hand is sitting around. Moving slow. Doing nothing. What
Like
you
me.
do. I worked all day. But I come to tell everybody on the phone tonight, one of the things that I recognized a long time ago, and I'm nowhere near where I desire to be, but one of the things that I recognized a long time ago is that working for someone else never put enough money in my pocket. Why? Because $100,000 a year that you make and $100,000 that Sabor makes, are they the same? No. Why?
Because you're building someone else's dream. And when you go into business for yourself, you're building your dream and your family legacy.
I like that, but that's not my answer.
Okay.
Anybody else?
When it's his own business, he gets more write-offs.
I like that, but that's not my answer.
He's his own boss to make his own hours.
I like that, but that's not it.
Because Sabor making his faster than me.
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody find the bombs and put it in the chat. Drop them. Just start dropping them because Michelle just dropped the bomb on all of y'all. He's making his money fast. You putting in 40, right? You're putting in your 40 hours a week.
Some more than that.
Some more. Yeah, you say it.
Some more than that. You working and mandated to work 16 hours, and only thing you can do is come home and go to sleep. You're not really benefiting by doing that.
That's right. Sabor, are you on the line? He might be doing something.
Yeah, I'm right here.
How long does it take you to make $100,000?
Probably like 3 months.
3 months. How long does it take us to make $100,000?
Take me about a year, and that's doing that's with me working double shifts, 3 or 4 or 5 times a week.
Somebody said 8 months. Somebody said you're your own boss.
Yes.
But think about this. If somebody paid you $100,000 a year, are you making that $100,000 quickly or slow?
Slow.
Slow. So somebody who can turn and make $100,000 in 3 months, are they making theirs slow or quick?
Quick.
So in the time that you've made $100,000 in 1 year, how much has he made if he continues to make $100,000 every 3 months?
$400,000.
Compared to what?
$100,000.
All right. Y'all got me? So somebody said to you, and you agreed, signed on the dotted line, gave all of your personal information, and you signed on the line, and you said, I accept, wow, this is great. I get $100,000 a year, woo! Oh, don't forget, I do get some benefits, right? much you were worth. But I come to tell you tonight that you can decide how much you're worth while you're still collecting their worth that they're giving you, right? Somebody said, Nikosha said he's making $100,000 this year, and he might make 500 next year. Your max is only 100. His is unlimited, right? Right, because he can decide how much he's going to make. Success loves speed, but if we go to work and then we say we're too tired to come home to work on your own dream, I'm going to say that one more time. If you go to work and work for someone else, and then you come home and say you're too tired to work on your own dream, what? You tell me. What?
Yeah.
That dream is going to get delayed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking about tomorrow? We're still talking about tomorrow, that tomorrow becomes today and today becomes tomorrow and tomorrow is always tomorrow. The next day is always today, next day, but tomorrow? Yes. What's more important, someone else's dream? Because that was their dream. I'm sorry, you're working for me, and guess what? You're helping me to accomplish my dream. I need to hire every last one of you. Work on my dream for me. But your dream doesn't matter. It's really what we say to ourselves, right? So changing our mindset to say, no, I know I've got to work because that's the predicament I'm in right now, but I'm going to pursue my own because I can decide how much money I am going to make and when. If they can do it and I can work for them, then I can be like they are and get people who are delaying their own dreams and procrastinating to work for me. Because there's always going to be some folks that are going to be procrastinators. They're going to be too lazy to work on their own dreams. They're not even going to know they can work on their own dreams. They don't care to work on their own dreams. And so therefore they'll work for you. All right, I'm excited.
Me too.
Me too. I actually have a quote on my phone that says, don't work 8 hours a day for someone else's company, then go home and not work on your own goals. You're not tired, you're uninspired.
Woo! I like that. Yes. Yes, you need to put that into the chat so folks can copy it and start thinking about it. I can copy it too. That's a great one. Rochelle said, live, breathe, sleep, working on your dreams. Yes, when you go to bed at night, you shouldn't be frustrated about the other person's dream you're working on. You ought to be more frustrated about your own because, dag, I got to figure out how to get this done. No, I know I can do this. Yes, this is going to work, right? When you have dreams, don't have dreams about the people around the water cooler. Have dreams about the people that's standing around your water cooler. In your company, doing your own thing. Because once you begin to create for yourself, you are going to create a generation of creators. Generally, doctors beget doctors. They have kids, somebody's going to become doctors, if not all of them. Lawyers tend to beget lawyers because their children see it and they know, the parents know how to get them to do that. And guess what? Procrastinators beget procrastinators. I'm sorry, guys, but the tree don't fall, the apple don't fall very far from the tree. Slack hand folks get slack hand children. Even though we want them, we're slack, but we want to push them. Go do it, go do it. I heard someone say that their mother said to them, I want you to go to college. You are going to be the first generation to go to college. You got to go to college. And so the young man, he's probably in his 30s now. He said, you know, I didn't think about this at the time, but I knew I had to go to college because my mom said I had to, and I would be the first generation, and that would make everybody proud, right? I would be changing the trajectory of our lineage, right? And he said, but when I grew up and after I finished school and I couldn't get a job and I kept thinking about what my mom said, he said, I thought about that for a moment. I didn't have to be the first one to go. My mother could have gone. Pushing him to do something she wouldn't do. I just want y'all to think about that for a moment because that's mind blowing. We'll tell other people to do something that we won't do. Won't attempt to do. And yet we think in many cases that we're going to create generations that are going to do a lot greater than we do. And yes, there are kids who decide I am going to do it because there's something in their mind to say, I can do greater than what I see my family has done. But that is not the norm. We tend to think when an opportunity comes, should I do this? Should I not? I don't know. How am I going to get this? How's that going to work? I don't really have the money. Maybe I could borrow it, but no, if I borrow it, I got to pay it back and all of these things. But I want you to think for just a moment. What about if you had all the money in the world and someone came with a greater opportunity to give you even twice what you already have? Would you move on it? Come on, I can't hear y'all. Would you move on it?
Say that again.
If you had all the money in the world and someone came along and they offered you twice what you already have, would you move on it?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Opportunity to grow.
Let's go.
To learn and grow, more opportunity, help people.
More opportunity, help people. Rochelle put in earlier, lead by example. Don't work 8 hours a day for someone else's company, then go home and not work on your own goals. You're not tired, you're uninspired. Yes. Yes, more opportunities. You would choose that, right? I want to know what changed though. What was the difference here in that scenario?
Money.
Money, because you had already money, right? And they were going to offer you more money for another opportunity. So you said, let's go, right?
Yep.
But when you don't have any money, or you think you don't have any money, and someone comes along and they offer you an opportunity that could change your life, that you put you in a position to make 10 times as much money as you already have, 20 times, 50 times, whatever you've got. They offer you that opportunity, then what is it that prevents you from going?
Fear.
What was that?
Fear.
Fear. Anybody else?
Belief.
Belief.
Right.
Armando, you the only one got a tongue tonight?
Wando.
Come on, y'all. When you think you have no money and someone offers you an opportunity that it can still double, quadruple what you already have or what you think you don't have, what prevents you from taking the opportunity?
Fear.
Armando said fear.
Fear,
Belief
yeah,
in
fear.
yourself, commitment.
Own way. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Anxiety.
Fear. Say it again.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Lack of motivation.
Lack of motivation. Yes. Well, if there's a lack of motivation, I declare that you need to just go punch yourself in the face.
Your
Wake
ass is
up
scared.
and go move. I told you guys that the Latin word for motivate was punch, right?
I could have put ED on it, but I didn't.
Behind the thing, let's go. Punch yourself, let's go. We ain't got time for that, man. Let's go. Get up, come on, move, right? Sometimes you need a good slap. And it's better that you slap yourself than somebody else have to slap you. It's better that you slap yourself because you ain't gonna hurt yourself as much, right? It's better that you slap yourself than life itself start to slap you and it slaps you so hard you can't get up. If you haven't been there yet, I'm not gonna say wait for it because I don't want it to happen to you.
Take action. Just take action. Go after it.
Yes, commit first and figure out the rest later. I can do this. I know I can. I've got the mindset that I can figure things out. God said that He has given us a mind. This mind, it creates everything that you see around you. Look around. Somebody created that thing. You liked it. You bought it. You spent your money as a consumer.
Yeah, that's it.
What in your house have you created? Don't say your children because you really didn't create them if you have kids. What in your house did you create? That door, the television, the frame, the picture, the pillows, the sofa? Oh, somebody said debt. Created debt. Right? You create a mess. I create a mess. But guess what? It is time to dig your way. I don't care if you got to kick, scream, claw, cause some blood to flow. You got to do something to get out of what you're in because there's a better life on the other side. And it's always harder when you start something. You ever start exercising? You think you're going to die, right? Like, man, most of us don't like to exercise. Why? Because it's a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. That's too hard. But yet we see Beyonce dancing her little rump off, right? All the time. Probably dance 8-10 hours a day. And she looked good. Come on, men, where my men, where my men?
Yes, she does. She looks good.
Oh, okay. You can talk loud now, right?
Of course.
Telly, is he out here? My Telly out here? Come on, Sabor, is she do? As women, we look at the women too that look good. Why? We'll post pictures because that's what we want to look like. I used to put one on the refrigerator. It wasn't Beyonce, but I put my head on somebody else's body. Y'all laughing, but it's true. Why? Because we have that mentality that that's what we want, but yet we're not willing to work for it. We're not willing to commit first and then figure out how we're going to get there later. And nothing happens overnight. That is why it's called motivating, because if it happened overnight, there would really be no reason to stay motivated. Right?
Right.
No reason. And so once you've committed to something, it's going to take everything in you to push forward on that thing. But what I want you to think about now is, what are your goals? What do you really want out of life? Because you're no longer a kid and no one can come along and steal your dream from you. There's no big bad wolf that can come and take it. There's no Loch Ness monster in the back lake somewhere that's going to creep up, the Bigfoot, whatever. They're not coming to steal from you. No boogeyman. It's you now. It's you. It's you. It is you. What are your goals? What's your goal in the next month? Are you really going to work on that debt? Are you really going to learn how to velocity bank? I declare today is the day to start. Make up in your mind whether you are single or you are a couple. Make up in your mind that you are going to change the trajectory of your life. And when you change trajectory, which way are you going? Up or down?
Up, all the way.
That's right. Come on, y'all, let me know which way you're going.
Up.
Definitely up.
Up.
Yeah, I got 3 people who know which way they're going.
They're going up.
Somebody else said
All
up.
the way up.
All the way.
Yes. And it is time to go up. It is time to get up. It is time to move up. Stay up. Set goals. If you got to do like a little kid used to do, go buy yourself a box of crayons and a notebook and go draw yourself some pictures of your life. That's something you can create. What you got there, girl? Put it closer. You know I can't see that well. You see I got glasses on. Now put it right to the camera.
Things to do list, but I'm
That's
feeling
right.
a little itchy about it because I still got some stuff to mark off. But don't claim me on that one, okay?
That's okay. You started the process. And you've got to have a vision. The scripture says, the Bible says, have a vision, right? Write it down, make it plain. Make it plain exactly where you want to be next month, 3 months, 5 months. Take little steps. Don't try to do 5 years because, wow, you might not be able to think out that far. But if you start with small steps, next month, this is what I'm going to do next month, next month. 5 months from now, this is where I want to be. I told Sabor, I said, Sabor, by March, I want to own 3 homes. Sabor. 3 of them.
You can do that.
Well, you already home 2, so you only got 1 more to get, but I got what you
I know
said.
that.
I got you though. Well, I'm about to say, we already bought 2 together.
I put Sabor on the hot seat.
I gotta get you 1 more then.
Rochelle, put Armando on the hot seat.
Yeah, we had a goal to get a house by the end of October, but that goal is still there. I'd like to get Sherry by the end of November.
Put Armando on the hot seat.
Come on, Armando. Get a hot seat.
Make it happen.
Hey, can I say something before you move on? Can I say something before you move on? Because when you said it, it made me think about something. My mentor, when I first started Velocity Banking, he made me do a vision board. And in my vision board, I had to take out pictures of everything I wanted, right? So of course I had the Mercedes in there, but my dream car was always a Maserati. So I did the vision board, but underneath the vision board, he made me write.
You got cut off.
You got cut off.
A list of 300 things. And when I got to 67, I couldn't think no more because it's like started repeating itself. But my vision board helped me capture most of my goals. And I end up writing out the rest of that 300 list. And full jive, you're not, all those things came true for me.
300 items? Wow.
300 items, yeah.
Well, if you live to be 100, I think you got time to live out 300 things, right? Yes, Raquel said, where there is no vision, the people perish. Right?
Proverbs, yep.
Yes, and that is so true. I mean, the Bible is principles of life. And if you follow those principles, right, what Sabor teaches, they're principles of life. Most of, I believe everything he says, unless he cussing, which he don't do, but everything that he says, right, is based, it's biblical. They're biblical principles that we're supposed to leave an inheritance for our children and our children's children. And that is where he's taking us. So commit first, figure out the rest later. I want to give a shout out, and because they just did something again. Commit first, figure it out later. Right? So my John and Takiva, where y'all at? Show yourselves. Show yourself. My John and Takiva, they step out. An opportunity came. Takiva tried to reach me. She was like, she couldn't get me. I gotta figure this out right now. Oh my God, right? And by the time I got to her, she had already did it, but she kind of wanted me to just kind of solidify it for her, which I couldn't do because when you make a decision between you and your husband, that's sacred between the two of you. There's no coach in the world who can come back and say you shouldn't have done that. And even if I say that's good, you've got to know it's good. But the two of them, they sat with each other, they talked with each other, and that is how a marriage should work, right? And they figured it out together. They did it, even though they were afraid, they did it. They did it. And now John gets on tonight and he starts talking about another opportunity to start a business. And guess what he did? He jumped on it. He said, I'm doing it. They are perfect examples. Even though you might be afraid, there may be some anxiety. There's something that someone said about the difference between fear and anxiety. Fear is a direct feeling that you get from something that frightens you at that moment. That's fear. It's real. In other words, you may be walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody comes up behind you and they touch you and you jump because you're scared. It touched you then at that moment. But most of us, the things that we say we're afraid of, it's not fear, it's more like anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety is something that sort of takes your breath away. Your heart starts to breathe. Your heart starts to pound very, rapidly. And you start to begin to doubt. Fear has nothing to do with doubt. It's just a frightening moment. But anxiety turns into doubt or is doubt. When you start to feel anxious about something, it's because you're doubting whatever it is that's going on. Oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. And you start to hyperventilate and all kinds of things. Because the brain is rapidly firing off neurons that are telling you what the bad things that's going to happen.
Ooh, go ahead, tell it, girl.
Your brain is constantly just firing off at you and telling you you can't. And if you do that, then you might fail. And if you do that, then people might laugh. If you do that, you might lose everything if you do that. That's anxiety, which is doubt. And according to the declaration that we read, we say that we can do all things. We believe that we can, correct? That all things are possible. So we've got to retrain the brain, the mind, to have a different mindset to say that I can accomplish this. I will do this. I am not going to lay here. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to have my remote. I'm not going to keep looking at other people succeed on TikTok and make millions and millions of dollars while I'm still only making my 25, 30, 40, 100, whatever it might be, and I'm working for somebody else, right? I'm going to take control over my life. I dare challenge any of you who are on tonight to come on next week and begin to tell what you did differently than you had been doing. Because even though you've been making some strides, there are greater strides to make. I challenge you to make a different stride, to go further, to dig deeper. Come on and tell us what you did this week. Put something in the chat and let Sayboard know whether or not you enjoyed what you heard tonight. If you've learned something tonight, go ahead and share that.
That was fire. Yes.
I'm done. I'm hyped. I'm motivated. Let's go, Sayboard. Where's my other house?
I got you. I'm not going to hold everybody too long tonight. I just wanted to make sure all of our coaches have the round to speak with all of us and members, because it's not just me that's running this business. My coaches are the biggest part of this, that make this very successful business. Again, it was never part of my business venture or my business model, but we employed it because we knew that so many people needed this information. So I definitely want to say, thank you all for listening. And I do want to mention, Danielle is showing the pricings on this right here on our group, on the 99 for individuals and 149 for couples. Now, before I start the questions for tonight, I know everybody waiting on the questions tonight. Everybody ready for the questions tonight. Before I go to the questions tonight, you see that we have a new level, 2 new levels. It's going to be the business silver and the investment gold. Now, the business is going to be basically showing people how to start LLCs, incorporate their business, business taxes, the different ways to build business credit, how to move your personal credit over to your business credit so your utilization on your personal level always look like 0. And of course, our investment is going to be teaching people how to invest in different opportunities in partnership with our group here to buy real estate. Again, I buy real estate. I don't, so our partnerships is, when we get to that, is going to be partnerships in real estate. Now, going back to level 1 though, I want everybody to understand this is a ladder. And in order to climb a ladder, you have to put one hand in front of the other, right? So before we move you over to a different level, I know people are asking me to move to the business level. You have to make sure your personal is on point. You have to look financially sexy. You're going to do nothing but hurt yourself if we move you from the personal level over to the business level. Understand what I'm saying? Everybody that's in the group, I'm definitely speaking to the people that's already active members. Anybody that's new on the call, bear with me. I will get to you in a minute. So everybody that's currently in the group, I am creating an assessment and a report card. The reason why we have to create this assessment and report card, because you know that we have to pay off your primary loans, and then we have to also attack your lines of credit, right? If you move to the business side and you still have outstanding personal loans, and I'm not talking about student loans, I'm talking about like car payments, mortgage, different type of loans that's out there. Our goal is the Velocity Bank. Our goal is the Velocity Bank, pay off with all those amortized loans first, and then make sure we get down the utilization of your lines of credit. The lower your utilization is on your line of credit, the higher your credit score goes. Everybody in the group knows this. But also, and when we pay off those amortized loans, that brings back money into your household, your cash flow, right? That means you have more money to leverage. Now, if I move you over to a business and you still have outstanding loans and extended lines of credit, it makes no sense for us. We're not climbing this ladder correctly. We're jumping the goals to get somewhere fast. And again, this is a movement, not a moment. Okay. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands there is an assessment that you have to go through. Each coach will give you assessment, and which is basically your report card that is passed down to the company. And then we look at that and say, okay, now this person is ready to rock and roll to the next level. I know that I should not have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. You all are a responsibility of this company, and you're on my back. I want nobody to say that you failed because, or your takeaways that, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything like that. They made me fail, or, anything negative. I don't never want my name to be associated with nothing bad. I always tell Rosie in the net, and they always tell me, what's the boy? It's not, you can't say that because it's their responsibility to do. But if you're in this program, I feel like it's our responsibility to make sure you do. That's why you pay your coaches. That's why you pay the company. Okay. So again, we have to have an assessment and a report card before we move you to jump you around the different levels. And I know most of you feel like you're ready to go on to the business level, but if you still have outstanding loans, car loans, I'm not talking about student loans, car loans, mortgage loans, some kind of loan that you borrowed, any kind of outstanding amortized loans besides student loans, we have to make sure those things are paid off and your lines of credit is paid down at least under 30% before we can move you on to the next level. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. So,
before you start the questions, I know that there were a couple of new people on the line because I do have a guest on here today.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to ask them if they want to say something, if they enjoyed the call before you start the questions, or if you want to do the questions first.
Well, I'm about to go to the new people now. So yeah. Danielle, can you stop sharing screen so I can share my screen, please? Thank you. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can see. Yes.
Okay. All right. So for my new people tonight, my name is Sabor. I started a program basically years ago before it actually have a name, and now it has a name known as Velocity Banking. But me working as a private security, I was basically watching over babysitting a bunch of rich millionaires, and they were basically young. And you know, like everybody else on this call, I had dreams of being financially free. And I'm looking at these young kids having millions of dollars in condos and properties, and so I end up talking to one of the guys, and he basically told me bring in my income, and he just told me I was banking wrong. And he showed me the ropes of how I was banking wrong. He showed me the correlation between, you know, banking, credit, and then investing. So I took that and I actually learned how to leverage it. He put me under his wing for a whole year. To this day, we still good friends. I've actually have different mentors for different things now, but he was one of the people that taught me this thing right here. And I end up paying all my debt off within a year. So I'm like, okay, I know other people could use this. So we've had it started a safe place for different investors and people just to get on Friday calls and, you know, bust it up and talk about real estate or whatever, and just bloom into this business venture that we in now. But it's not just a business venture, it's more sacred, and it means a lot to me because it's helping build communities and building generational wealth. If you've ever talked to any of our team members, they'll tell you the success they've had so far with this program. And again, I'm proud of each and every one of y'all because you make me look good. You make me look good out there in the world. Everybody's been improving, and you know, Nikosha, thank you, love. You've been in the program less than a month, and wow, I'm proud of you, young lady. But anyways, in this program, we're going to teach you the correlation of proper banking, which is now what we call velocity banking. It's the core of our teachings here. But however, we just don't teach velocity banking and credit repair and credit building. We also teach real estate investing. Why we believe this program is important because many people have been taught negative beliefs and habits about money and credit. Poor money habits and negative beliefs about credit will greatly impact your financial future. Many people were taught that cash is king until it's time to purchase a new car, a house, or an apartment. Even nowadays, go and apply for a new job or whatever, and you know, check your credit report. Another issue that can arise is from having a low credit score as being denied. And even if you aren't denied, you have to pay the high prices to get the credit, such as interest rates or fees that's associated with it. Like I just bought another house and I went to go get the utilities on, and the lady was like, yeah, we make people put a security deposit down. I'm like, for what? And she's like, cause the credit. I said, oh, I'm not worried. And she automatically assumed that I had bad credit without even, you know, just looking at me. You know, she didn't even ask me for my social security number. Anyways, after that, I ended up like, for what? I was like, you didn't even ask me for my social security number, run my social security number, or anything. So when I finally gave it to her, she said it was a soft pull. I gave it to her. She said, oh yeah, you don't have to put any money down. You know, so it just those type of things, man, is boggling to me. But anyways, in this program, you're going to learn how to pay off debt faster by leveraging your credit properly, which in turn will improve your credit score. We're going to teach you how to get multiple lines of credit and how to leverage that credit to buy performing assets that increase your monthly income. So to make a long story short, we want you to be financially sexy, what we call in this program financially sexy. Financially sexy means you have no amortized loans. Amortized means car loans, mortgages, student loans. We want to get you to pay off all those amortized loans, and the only thing that you should have in your possession is lines of credit. Now, I know a lot of people, especially minorities, would talk that credit was bad, but there's no way that you can build generational wealth or save enough money to buy performing assets that's going to increase you. So you have to learn how to properly leverage. Robert Kiyosaki said there's a good thing between good credit and bad credit, or good debt and bad debt. So That's why in our declaration, we say we are investors, not consumers. It's very important in this program to understand that mindset. We are investors. We're investing in ourselves and we're investing in our families. But not only that, the money that we borrow, we're using for investment opportunities. We're using that line of credit that we borrow to build wealth. We're not going out buying stuff, you know. We're not going out racking up a whole bunch of debt for the money that we do not have. We don't do that no more. You know, we use that money. We take it. We call it little money. You take little money to make big money. So you're thinking if I take a line of credit, $100,000 line of credit, I could take that $100,000 line of credit and use $30,000 of that line of credit because you can't use over 30% of your line of credit. I take that $30,000, I could take that, leverage that $30,000 to buy a performing asset, which is a property, or do a rehab. Now I own that $30,000, probably $400 a month, but I'm making $1,200 a month. I'll get a spread. So you have to know your numbers. So this is what we try to teach you in this program, especially on the business side. But we all have to start on the personal side because you have to look financially sexy on the personal side in order for you to move up to the next level. Okay. All right. All right. Questions for the night before we get started. Anybody got any questions about what I just said?
No, but how are you gonna do the questions tonight? Because you usually give out numbers, so it's just gonna be first come, first serve.
Everybody please open up your chat. Can you see when they put their numbers in who their name is?
Yes.
Yes.
Or do y'all want to give out numbers?
No, we can do names if you prefer.
Okay, it's fine. I don't want to hold everybody up tonight. So whoever put the first, I guess you want to put a Y or something in the answer so the coaches would see who's the first person for the question.
We could tell who's first.
All right, so we're gonna put a Y. But again, anybody have any questions about what we teach before we move on to the questions?
Or about anything that was said tonight.
Or anything that was said tonight? All right, so y'all ready? I do want to talk to everybody. I do have a little case study at the end. I want everybody to join in and help me with this case study, all right? But anyways, y'all ready? First question for $100. We're only doing one person tonight. We're only doing one winner tonight. We're doing no first and second place tonight. Y'all be killing me for the past 2 weeks. All right. We are not consumers. We are.
Ooh. Lachelle.
No. No. It was Rochelle. Did you say Rochelle or Lachelle?
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Yes.
Okay, so we are not consumers, we are investors.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you. Y'all got that for her?
Yep.
All right, next question. It should be does. Is.
Other people's money.
Who was that?
Ivan.
Yeah, make sure you put your Y in the chat, Ivan, because everybody gonna kill you. Open up
Oh,
your chat.
sorry.
All right, I'll give you that one, Ivan. So the reason why we say other people's money, what we're teaching you in this program is how to leverage your credit cards and other different lines of credit. We do not do loans. If you get a home equity line of credit or a home equity loan, or go to the loan and get a personal loan, or any type of loan that you have to borrow, what you're going to learn in this program is that all your dreams and goals that you always wanted to accomplish, you already had that as far as a loan inside your back pocket. You just didn't know how to leverage it correctly. So again, OPM means other people's money. We're teaching you how to leverage OPM. All right, we say no blank, all money must go back to lock line of credit.
Michelle was first.
No,
No, Cindy.
Put too many there. I hit the wrong button. Go ahead, Rochelle.
No savings.
Okay. Why no savings?
Because we're using our line of credit.
Okay. What happens when you use your line of credit? Where does that money go that you were saving?
We park it. What do you call that? Park it.
Paycheck parking.
Paycheck parking.
Yes, all your money when you get paid. So you thinking in this program, all your expenses, everything goes on your line of credit. As soon as you get paid extra money, you get a raise or any kind of money comes in, all that money needs to go right back to your line of credit. What that does is pay down your line of credit. A line of credit is revolving, so that allows you to rinse and repeat, use that money over and over again. So that's why your line of credit is your partner in this program in paying off your debt fast. Very good answer, Michelle. All right. We do not open bank accounts just to deposit and pay bills. We open accounts for what?
HL was first.
HL?
All right, for rewards and benefits. We open bank accounts for credit.
I don't know if I should give you that. It was kind of off from what we normally say. Anybody else want to try? I don't think I can give her that one. It's a good try.
Wait. Oh, to pay off the credit card.
No.
Oh.
Anybody else want to try?
Second person was Lachelle.
Okay.
Products and services, to use the bank's products and services.
Yes, ma'am. So originally, most of us, when we first started our jobs and got paid, we would just open up a bank account, just deposit our money to pay our bills out of or take money. But what we're teaching in this program to open up your account for the products and services that your banks offer. I am a Navy Federal guy. I have a good banking relationship with them. Any person that's on here is business owners. You know that you have to find a bank that's going to be able to support your business goals and dreams. You need bankers that's going to be on your side. So you want to make sure you find a banker that has good products and services that you can actually utilize, and they're on your side. So we don't open up bank accounts anymore just to put our money in. Good answer. All right. True or false? Procrastination is the killer of dreams.
True.
Ooh, stop, Ivan.
Somebody had already put in the chat.
All right. Who's that?
Michelle. We got a lot of shells in here.
Michelle. Now you got her?
Ivan, you trying to take my stuff.
Oh, that was Michelle. Oh, that was Michelle. All right. Go ahead, Michelle. Tell us why procrastination is the killer of dreams.
It's false because you don't get nowhere. I mean, I'm sorry, not false. It's true because you don't get nowhere.
Yeah, I got you. So to me, Rosie always said, I can't procrastinate. But to me, procrastination is not just a killer of dreams. It puts in what is called analysis paralysis. I'm the type of person, my wife tell you, I'll jump off the roof and say, I'll make my parachute on the way down. And it's only because I believe that, I've been held back so long and so much in my life that if I don't move, forward, or if I, prolong or say I'm gonna do it tomorrow, it ends up becoming a continuous cycle. So that's why I always say procrastination is the killer of dreams. All right, next question. In the chat, Ivan. How much of a $50,000 line of credit can you leverage? $50,000. How much can we leverage?
It was Raquel.
Lachelle.
No, Lachelle had put in before he had put the question down.
Oh, okay.
It was Raquel.
Oh, 36,000?
15,000, he said.
I didn't say nothing, but somebody answered it.
Raquel, I think, right?
Stop, I'm not on mute.
$50,000. $50,000.
Whoever answered it, it was definitely a male's voice.
Yeah.
15,000. It was Raheem on Raquel's.
Oh, yeah, got you. Yeah, so
There you go.
What'd you
15.
say? 15, yeah.
$15,000, meaning that we can take off of that line of credit $15,000 before our credit score tanks. Remember, we only can use 30% of our all of our credit, not just one credit card, but your overall. So in this situation, the person has a $50,000 line of credit. They're allowed to leverage $15K before their credit score tanks. Good answer, Raheem. All right. Which is better, a loan at 3% interest rate or a line of credit at 10%?
Michelle.
A line of credit every day, all day.
Yes, yes. You want to explain why?
The line of credit, you can do the rinse and repeat basically.
Mm-hmm.
And with a loan, yep, you can't. Mm-hmm.
You know, with a loan, a loan is called an open-ended account. Yes, it's amortized. So the open-ended account means once I pay, I cannot borrow that money back. I can't go back and say, hey, Mr. Capital One Auto, I made a mistake. It didn't mean to make you that payment. Can I get that money back so I can pay something else? But with a line of credit, you can pay and rinse and repeat. Very, very good answer. So a line of credit is because of simple interest, but a loan is amortized interest. All right, so who got that $100? Who got the most wins? Please don't tell me Michelle or Rochelle. Raquel.
I'll let the other coaches to determine.
Oh.
I think I have a tie between Michelle and Lachelle.
Lachelle, yep.
Lachelle, who is Lachelle?
Tie
She's new.
again.
Michelle and
yeah.
Lachelle is new and she came in with a tie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Michelle is new, yes.
All right. Oh, that's your cousin?
It is.
All right. So we got a tie here, y'all. We got to find a way to break this tie. I'm going to come up with a question here. Give me 1 second.
Come up with a question from what I did tonight.
I put some of them in there. I'm trying to think. All right, you get to answer the question then. How about that?
Huh?
You get to ask the last question or two until they break that.
All right, here we go, guys. Y'all ready?
Put this in here real quick. Okay, you ready? Okay, there we go.
Success loves Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Speed.
Speed, yep.
All right, that's that tiebreaker then. Michelle.
Listen, Michelle's on the roll. She
I know. Well,
straight.
Yeah.
A movement is a movement, y'all. I mean it to win it.
That's right, Michelle.
Your money, yeah, I have your money over there too. As soon as I get off the phone, you know that, all right?
Congratulations.
He's good for it.
And Michelle, good
Michelle.
Great job, Michelle. You did wonderful. Michelle should have been so kind to give it to you.
Yes.
Sabor, my coach, I gotta come correct. I can't be acting up.
Yeah.
Don't be showing off. Don't be showing off.
Yeah, we had a good meeting today.
Uh-oh, you couldn't let the new lady win, Michelle said.
Exactly.
1 second here. All right.
That was
So
a good
before,
game, guys.
yeah. So before we get off the phone, for people that's new, I just want you to see the power of what we teach and what we do in our program, and try to help make sense of what we talk about in this program. So for my people that's on the call, I just seen it. Ooh, I seen one in here. So all my people on the call, can y'all help me here? I have a study that I want to try to help anybody that's new, that's having thoughts or wanting to understand what we're teaching. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing right at the same time. Trying to delete. I may have some extra pages in, so I'm just trying to delete the whole field. Yep, I just saw it. All right. So I want y'all to help me help people that never been on the call before make sense of what we teach, okay? What did I do? All right, so we have somebody that took a car payment, and the car payment is going to be for $25K. They do have pretty good credit, so they were offered a loan for a line of credit or loans at 3.3%. And they took a 5-year, so their monthly payment is going to be $452.56. All right. I'm not sure. So in here for that car at 60 months, they're gonna pay $2,153.47. Y'all see that down here? Total interest paid.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the scheduled monthly payment. Now, $2,000 on 5 years is not a lot of money, right? To most people. But again, and it's very low interest rate. So they have pretty good credit. They've been in the program for a minute, right? So they took a $25K loan. However, in this program, we're trying to teach you, and I'm sorry, I'm leaning. In this program, we're trying to teach you how to make payoffs, not payments. Velocity banking only works, and the strategy that we teach you in this program only works if you make payoffs, not payments. So in this program, you always have to be thinking pay off. The board says pay off. The board says pay off, not payments. Okay. So even though it's 5 years, we want to free up that $452 that they're paying every month as fast as possible. So in our questions tonight, we said $50,000 line of credit. Okay. I need a cash flow numbers from our group. How much? I need somebody to tell me how much they think we should do as far as cash flow.
500.
500. Okay. That's small, but I'm taking it. All right. So 500. Out of the 500, just say it. So that means whoever knew cash flow just basically means how much money they have left over after all of their monthly expenses. Okay. So in this example, what we're going to do is take that $50,000 and we're going to probably take, let's take 1,000, let's take 2,000 since this is 500. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take $2,000 and we're going to drop it on principal only. 2,000 divided by 5 is how many months?
4.
All right. Rosie.
I'm sorry.
She's going to work over there.
Sorry.
So every 4 months we're going to drop $2,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we drop in another $2,000. I thought I copied it. All right. Everybody following me here?
Yep.
All right. So again, we're on the 6 months of 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is just going through, and again, this is the cash flow that's left over in the household. Okay. So
Seymour,
this is, yes.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see the question?
Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody asked me a question?
Yeah.
I didn't have
The
my chat.
significance of 4. When I
sorry?
said 4, I think that's what she's asking. The significance of it. What is it?
Oh, the significance of the 4. So the 4 is basically dividing how much money that we're going to take off our line of credit. So the way this works is the first thing you learn in this program, you have to know your household numbers. What are your household numbers, team members?
Income, expenses, and cash flow.
Yes, so you need to know your income, expenses. Mine, those two make your cash flow. So your cash flow basically means your money left over after all of your bills. What Rosie was saying was 4 is 4 months to pay back the $2,000 that we borrowed. Because remember the cash flow is 5, so she just basically, so the significance is 4 months to pay back $2,000 that you take from your line of credit. Again, we're making payoffs, not payments. That's the whole goal, you know. So,
So what he's doing here is every 4 months he's dropping $2,000 onto.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the last payment here. So instead of paying a car off in 5 years and paying all that interest, they end up paying that car off at 27 months. And they say the only interest they paid was $958. Yeah, am I making sense here?
100%.
Okay.
Michelle, does that make sense?
So
Yes, thank you. So
Yes,
I do have a question though.
Mhm.
So the 2,000, the 4 months to pay it off means you won't be paying your credit card off that or the line of credit back, before there's any interest. There will be some interest, but you're just going to pay it off over 4 months instead of like the one.
Yeah, so again, you're going to pay a little bit of money on interest on a line of credit. But again, interest on a line of credit, I know a lot of people, oh man, my credit score is 26%. And we always talk about this. Interest on a line of credit is amortized throughout the whole year, right? It's called annual percentage rate. So there's a big difference, Michelle, between amortized interest and simple interest. So you thinking in this situation, if I take $2,000 off my credit card and I drop $500 back on that line of credit before the month ends, then I'm only have $1,500 for that month that's standing balance, right? I'm only going to pay $25 in interest compared to what I'm saving on the other end of that. I'll give the bank small money so I can make big money, because what I'm trying to hurry up and do is bring that $450 back into my household. And I have an asset, I have a car, or whatever you want to call it. I have a vehicle that's paid off in 27 months, short time, instead of paying all that money in interest. Again, you may be paying a little bit of interest, but the goal is to pay off, not and make payments. That's how you leverage your lines of credit. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got a question about this? Now, I know a lot of members in this program still have outstanding loans. We need to make sure we put a plan together to attack these loans. All right, we have new members coming in, surpassing you all already. Hey, let's get it, okay? So, talk to your coaches. Let's put the plan together. Make sure we stick into the plan. Even if you're paying off your debt, your loans onto your lines of credit, we still need to make sure that we're velocity banking that. Okay, I know a lot of members this week have actually paid off all their debt and moved it over to their lines of credit. I know one person had like $9,000 left on their car. They have a cash flow of $2,000. They went ahead and paid off that car free and clear. They just did a balance transfer from their line of credit. I think there was a line of credit of $30,000. They took $9,000 off their line of credit, and with a balance transfer, paid off their car. Now they moved that line. They still have that $9,000 debt, but they're using it. They just moved it to their line of credit, and they have a cash flow of $2,000. So just think how fast they'll have that car paid off. From moving it from making payments to actually making payoffs. That makes sense?
Very much.
Okay. So if anybody that's new on the call, you want to know how, this is the secret of our program, and this is actually how I started creating my wealth. I would actually go to the bank, and I've talked about this all the time. I would go to the bank, and I find a property. I'm a $50,000 property dude. I like to buy investment properties and $50,000 less if I can. I know they're going up right now, but anywhere between $50,000 and $60,000. I would go to the bank and I would get a $50,000 line of credit. $50,000 pre-approval on the mortgage. When I get the $50,000 approval on the mortgage, the banks make me put down 25% because it's an investment mortgage, right? Now, I don't want to spend my own money, so I'm going to use OPM. I have over probably like 300,000 in personal credit and $1 million in business credit. But again, so I'm going to utilize either one of the two, my personal or business. Starting out in this venture, of course, you might end up using your personal, but it's fine. It's still OPM either way you look at it, okay? So with 25% out of 50, they make me put 12.5 down on that property that I'm buying. Okay, so does that make sense, y'all? I'm making sense here. I'm just giving out game here, so I want to make sure everybody follow me.
Yes.
All right. So at this time, say I have $3,000, $3,000 cash flow every month. All I'm going to do is I'm going to, from the 12/5, I'm going to pay back the 12/5 first. The reason why I pay back the 12/5 first is because I want to make sure that I have that line of credit liquid. I can use, rinse, to repeat, use again. So I'll pay off the 12/5 first, and then I'll take another 12. Probably, let's say, break it down. Let's say, make it simple. I'll take $10,000 again off that line of credit. I always go with a 30-year mortgage. The reason why I go with a 30-year mortgage is because I want to make sure that I'm able to get the lowest monthly payment as possible, but I'm going to pay that loan off as fast as possible. Okay. Now I'm not going to talk about the payments that I made already. I'm just going to start for payment one. Just imagine I already paid back the 12/5 that I took from my line of credit. I'm taking $10,000 and I'm going to drop it on principal only. Remember, my income and my cash flow now that I bought this property is $3,000. I'm paying the bank $164. The people were paying me $1,000 or a little bit over $1,000. Let's say $1,200 because I needed $1,000. I needed increase. So they're paying me $1,200 at this property that they buying from me on seller financing. So every 3.5 months, I'm paying back the $10,000 I'm taking off my line of credit. So every 3 months, I'm basically dropping this down, another $10,000 on that line of credit. I'm just going to do 4 months so you can see the numbers, how I do my property. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop another $10,000 and then go again and just drop another $10,000 down. And then I have that loan paid off in a matter of 15, normally around 12 to 15 months. And I just rinse and repeat until I continuously build the number of properties that I want. And it's easily done when you have the $50,000 properties, you see, and then you put that property on seller finance. Now you're the bank. The people are paying you principal and interest to buy that property from you. If that makes sense here.
Yes.
I learned the game and I learned how to do it. I learned how to leverage my credit. I learned how to keep my credit up so I look financially sexy. I learned how to build my credit profile and everything. So you have a property free and clear within 15 to 12 months, 12 months to 15 months, I should say backwards. And then where you can continue to build. You can do this with any type of business. My business model is real estate. So I've always been in real estate. 20 years I've been in real estate. I've been an acquisition manager for banks. Where we go buy performing assets. How I became a credit investor, we buy assets and sell them to, they call them retail investors such as yourself, small mom and pop investors that wanted to get into real estate and they buy mortgage loans. And it's easy. It's this very simple process, a very simple principle, but it takes, like Rosie said tonight, there's a lot of mental blocks and a lot of things that stop us from moving forward. And I just want to let you all know, if you push that dial forward, man, anything is possible out here. I'm telling you, it's money. I know money is the motivator for most of us on this call, but this allows your dreams to be fulfilled by doing this program and doing the steps here. But I'm just going to end here because I don't want to hold up your time. We're already at 2 hours. So what is that? Yeah,
For an hour, long, but it was a good call tonight. I just was gonna, do the time thing, but you already did it. So
yeah. So, but anyways, I appreciate you all for listening to me and listening to the group tonight. If anybody have a question, please let me know before we end this call.
No question, but I had a statement. Yeah, we can sit here and continue doing it, but we don't get started, we're never going to get done.
Right.
So the big thing is to get started, make the moves, and move on your dreams.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I seen those credit report. I seen those credit scores this week. I'm proud of y'all. It's looking real good.
We're being coachable, coach. We're gonna say we're gonna do it. You're there. We want to get there. Yeah. We're searching for properties.
It's gonna happen.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Y'all, a lot of people don't know. Rochelle and Armando already have 4 investment properties. That they got them as renters right now. So we're trying to get them to learn the game and how to make seller finance deals so they can actually learn how to be the bank. So they do have monthly cash flow in the business around real estate for those that don't know.
Great
Well,
job to Danielle. Her first time. Woo!
Great job to you, Rosie.
My partners in crime over there, ladies and gents.
Danielle,
The
you can
movement
end.
is the movement.
That's it.
Danielle, you can close us out.
All righty, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight.
I think you
I'm
guys
sorry,
have one
hold on,
last
hold on
question.
1 second.
Yeah.
One more question.
Nikosha said she has a question. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Nikosha?
Sorry, real quick. My mom's on here. Miss
Yeah.
Tracy, she had a question about her home. She's thinking about doing like a home equity loan or maybe a refinance. And I was telling her not to do a refinance. I wanted to know who would she speak to about that?
She can speak to your coach about it, or she can speak to me about it. She's there now. Miss Tracy, you there?
I
See,
Maybe she
where's
wants to do it in private.
Oh,
in
okay.
private.
Oh, I got you. Where's Rodney at? That's who we need to be yelling at. So you never, ever want to do a new loan. I'm not sure how long you've been in your house, but when you do a refinance, you're actually creating a new loan, in which basically you lose all those payments that you made over the years. It's best to take the equity out of that property, take a second mortgage instead of a new mortgage refinancing. And again, people that's new on the call that own homes, support says never ever refinance, because every time you refinance, just from the first day that you bought that home, you only owe the doorknob, meaning the banks really own the home. And every payment you own the doorknob, then you own the first plaque of flooring in the house, and then you own the probably till you get to the living room. And most people with us, we get to the living room and we refinance, start a whole new loan. Most people refinance every 2 to 5 years. And every 2 to 5 years, you're losing all those years of payments that you made. So your goal is actually to pay down as much of that home, that principal on that home, and take a home equity line of credit out. Now most people take a home equity line of credit out and start renovating the house. But you're going to take a home equity line of credit out and be an investor. You're going to buy a property. You're going to make your money work for you. You're going to buy a property. Then you can do your rehab. Let that property that you bought start doing your rehab. So yes, a home equity line of credit, never, ever refinance. You got to ask yourself, why do banks push those products and services down your throat? Because they're gaining interest off it and they're starting new loans off of it. But with a home equity line of credit, if you can take a home equity line of credit and you never use it, you don't have to pay interest on it. So, again, the goal is to have as many lines of credit as you can and leverage that lines of credit. Home equity line of credit, credit cards, a personal line of credit, or a business line of credit.
Thank you.
And on that note, if you all have any other questions or just want to reach out to your debt weapon coach, this is each of our emails to become a member, or if you have questions, we do ask that you allow us for at least a 24-hour response time. And so on that note, whoop, whoop. Oh, hey, y'all.
Very good job
Get your
tonight,
financial
Danielle, hosting.
sexy on.
Yes. Sabor, if you and Renee can just stay on for just 5 minutes, I promise it won't be long enough. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining the call.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, and thank y'all for entertaining us tonight, listening to us. Y'all be blessed, and I love you all.
HL,
Love you too. Thank you.
Good night. Good
I
night.
sent you a text, so check out the text. Oh, she hung up.
She's gone already.
I'll send her another text.
Sabor, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the property.
Yeah, the tenant called. I told her to call you because I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
All
talk.
right.
Good night, everyone.
I'm back.
Guess you can hang them up, Sabor.
Yeah, I am.
Danielle, you could stay on if you want, but it's just about the property that we sold.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess I will wrap it up, guys. I enjoyed you all. I don't have much else to say.
Did a